I mean, for me, when I'm installing an operating system, I just want it to be dumb as well. Like, that's my actual thing. Like, I have done Arch from scratch before. Never again. I don't like that experience. Like, I'm kind of the thing where I just want this computer to work, just work. And last time I did the Arch thing, it took me a week just to even get the audio drivers to work correctly. Because every time I restarted the machine, it didn't work again. And I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, oh, for goodness. I'd literally tried all different ones, like, pulse audio. Then you had to go to all the pipe wire and all this crap. And it's just, yeah, it was wonderful. And people saying, just not doing it correct. Have you not read this little thing? And I'm like, great, but I think there's an incompatibility with the driver with my hardware, which was, it's like Linux still struggles with audio. It's amazing, right? But that's also the general other ideas that some places you do want to automate it. Like, again, the lovely experience of just installing software, like your operating system, it shouldn't be difficult. In fact, another thing is, why does it take ages to install an operating system? Shouldn't it just be able to copy and paste it onto the drive and it mostly be done? Why is there so many other extra setup stages? It's just, that's another, and it takes literally sometimes half an hour or more to do it.
I had to do a Windows install Actually, great comparison. I did a Windows 11 install recently in a VM, tested that out to.
So sorry.
I don't remember what I was doing. But for a separate thing, I also set up Windows XP because I wanted access to Windows Movie Maker just to get a Windows Movie Maker intro. I forgot how good it used to be. I forgot how easy it was. You just click next and it's done.
Yep. And I think this is the point. People go like, you're just being nostalgic. I'm like, we're not being nostalgic. You just go do the thing. Try the old software and realize, oh God, that installed quickly. Oh, that runs fast. And they go, yeah, but it ran slow on the old hardware. I'm like, no, it didn't. It ran pretty good on the old hardware as well, surprisingly. But there's just so much easy user experience. And now the user experience has just been getting worse and worse. And I know why. It's just simply because people get...
Well, we've optimized developer time over performance.
I don't even think it's that. Seriously. Because it was optimizing for developer time. How do I phrase this? I kind of think the idea of developer experience is a bit of a psyop, in the sense that, sorry, that's kind of a bit of a joke, but it's kind of like, it's not really, they're not actually optimizing for developer experience. They're thinking that what they're doing is like, well, I'm being more productive doing all this more stuff. And if I optimize doing more crap, that means I'm doing more stuff, even though it's like, you're actually just making more work for yourself. So I don't think they've actually optimized for developer experience in the slightest, actually. Especially since, and now this is not a real bet, by the way, but the bet idea is if you said, oh, you develop this application to its completion and been polished, and you do your approach with your fancy things, and I do my way, the slower manual way, I bet I would probably do it in just the same amount of time, not the short initial prototype, but the finished, polished thing, and mine would just run orders of magnitude faster. It would have more functionality probably as well, and just be better. I'm like, but why? I'm not saying I'm a much better programmer, but I'm just saying I don't think they actually optimize for developer time at all. And I think there's this myth where they think they're doing it, but they've never actually tested it.
Right, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. You see what I mean, though? Be like, people think they're optimizing for this, but are they? Do they know? Do they've seen the alternative? I doubt it.
Right, it's this... Well, it's general goal of optimizing for developer time, but if you don't have that reference point on what it would have been without the optimization, did you actually improve anything?
Correct. It's literally always that question is, compared to what? Like, oh, I've optimized time. Yeah, compared to what other approach? What do you mean other approach? Like, compared to what? And what hard evidence have you got for that claim? It's like this... But again, people don't ever get taught to think that way in terms of like, because they don't really get taught basic engineering. It is this level of like, well, I could do it this way, or I could do it that way. And it's like, well, what are the trade-offs for this and this? It's like the joke of like when people say I use the right language, the right tool for the job, like if they use language and they all think, yes, I'll just use JavaScript for everything. Thank you. Because that's the only tool they know. Not the best, just the only one, which also means it's the worst. Because if you only have one data point, that's all it says.
Right. If the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, if you only know JavaScript,
don't try and paint your walls with a hammer. It's not a good job.
If you only know JavaScript, everything's
I'm not even trying to
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
That's how you get the Windows Start menu written in React.
I'm on Windows 11 right now. I hate Windows 11, but I'm doing it just for fooding for work stuff.
Yeah,
and oh god, the start menu, everything else, I've literally seen accidentally, it's popped up sometimes, and people say no, it's native, it's React Native is what they use, and I'm like, great, why have I seen a console window then before? That's just a web browser. Like the inspector panel I meant. That thing. I'm like, no, that's a web browser. That's not React Native. I love software, okay? I love Windows. Not. Windows is awful. I've been thinking about downgrading to Windows 10 for this machine, but yeah, I literally have.
Well, this is one of the things I do like about Linux is that if you want to avoid a lot of that stuff, you kind of can. Like, if you... obviously, if you're going to use other people's applications, you kind of will have to deal with stuff eventually. But at least at the operating system level, you can get rid of a lot of that cruft. If you want to live like it's 1995, you can. You just
The only problem I have many issues with Linux, but I don't have brand issues. It's not most operating systems, by the way. I'm not like completely biased. I am just like, I have issues with all of them, but like I'm developing software. I'm doing it because most people use Windows, so I'm developing for Windows applications. But I also don't really like doing application development on Linux yet because not everything's there yet, and also the Linux experience isn't great. It's the irony of that Linux is made for developers. It's made by developers, but it's not for developers. It's not nice, and people go, yeah, but have you not done X, Y, this thing and this thing? And I'm like, yes, I have actually. They don't work very well, and the development experience on like Windows is just much better because there are actually, weirdly enough, better development applications on there, especially like visual debuggers. I know GDB is very, very powerful, and there are like wrappers around GDB that can give it, but they're not brilliant. And GDB's interface is dreadful. There's loads of little things where it's like people just bodge things, and it's not a good experience. And this is, for me at least, when it goes to Linux, hopefully when the Steam machine comes out, I'll be buying those as development machines myself. Yes, it's going to be Arch, but it's going to be a very closed down Arch that doesn't do anything. And I'm like, great, that'll work for me. It'll do the job. And I can target it for other people. Because it's effectively a fixed target. So it'll be a lot easier to develop for. And I don't have to mess around with anything. I know I can also develop on it and know that the auto drivers work, for example. Oh.